Hi Virgo, welcome to Eight of Cups Tarot. Welcome to your love reading. This is for about mid-November until probably the end of the year. I would think the energy would go that far. Certainly through to the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction in mid-December, and that's kind of the moment that everything is building to. We have so much going on right now. The sky is just so insane, and there's really no way for me to explain all of these things in one term other than change. We're in the middle of some rapid and surprising change, and I think there are certain groups of people that are a little more resistant to it, and maybe fixed signs are having a little bit of an issue, and water signs, maybe in terms of letting go and allowing change. Water signs could be dealing with some emotional resistance or healing. My air and fire signs, and my cardinal signs especially, this is kind of a relief for you because I feel like we've been dragged to the slowest possible rate for all of 2020. We've kind of been in limbo, waiting to see where this is going to go, waiting to see how this is going to unfold. I mean, if you look at it collectively, we've been kind of waiting to see how the election goes, and then waiting some more to find out the actual results. So everything's been on hold, and we've been a little bit frustrated. And so all of a sudden, the intensity kicks in. Mars finally starts to move direct, although it still remains in Aries through until January. Almost all of the planets are moving direct now, and we're all feeling a lot different. And we will feel immensely different mid-December when both Saturn and Jupiter make their way out of Capricorn. We start to get a little bit of distance on Pluto there, and we could all take a breath of fresh air. We could all kind of breathe again. Now, it doesn't mean that everything's going to be perfect. It doesn't mean that 2021 is going to be easy. But things will move. Things will happen. It will be a little bit easier to get on path with things. Things will work out and cooperate with you. So it is an easier energy nonetheless. I realize that I look like a giant marshmallow right now. It's suddenly, we had a few nice days here. I'm in the Ohio area, and now we're back down to like the 30s and 40s, and I just hit that point in fall where I'm like, oh my God, I can't take the cold anymore. I'm not good at it. So sorry, I know it looks like I'm wearing a snowsuit, and this is probably going to be my standard uniform for the remainder of the winter. Okay, so Virgo, sorry for the long intro. Looking at these cards, I just want to say that the energy that we're starting these readings in is all kind of wacky. Like situations are messy for people. I'm seeing a lot of like three-party situations, suddenly getting back together with your ex, leaving a karmic partner. I mean, there's like so much going on. And I guess we're in kind of the realm of nothing is impossible at this point. So your reading is a little bit of the same and a little bit confusing, but what I'm going to do is describe one set of energies on the top and then another set of energies on the bottom. Now, I'm going to refer to you as the top. However, it can come through vice versa, and I want you to be able to apply that as you see fit in the reading. Also, because this is a love reading specifically, you may want to check out your moon and Venus sign if you know those placements. If not, doesn't matter. But I tend to pick up more emotionally heightened readings in regards to the sun and moon sign. Or I'm sorry, the Venus and moon sign. So looking at your cards, the top row, I have a 9 of Pentacles in reverse, a 9 of Cups in reverse, and an oracle card of this could be the one, which actually came out and spun upside down. I don't typically take these cards like that, but when it spins on the table, I do. So let's take a look at this energy. This 9 of Pentacles maybe somebody who's struggling to kind of be on their own. Maybe somebody who has a fear of being alone, a fear of not being secure, a fear of not being able to be financially secure on their own. 9 of Pentacles can often talk about low self-esteem, low self-worth, feeling like you need somebody else to complete you. And it could just simply be an energy of somebody who doesn't want to be alone or independent anymore. Now, I struggle with that because a 9 of Pentacles upright is certainly not a feeling of loneliness. Yes, it does represent somebody who's independent and single and on their own, but it is quite the contrary in that they are happy and fulfilled on their own. And the 9 of Pentacles is a very critical energy. I always say you're never going to get to the 10 of Cups without getting to a 9 of Pentacles. In fact, you're not even going to get to a 2 of Cups without being in a 9 of Pentacles energy. 9 of Pentacles means that you can fulfill yourself, and all issues and codependency or toxic behaviors are out of you. It's a healthy place, and that doesn't mean that if you're not in a 9 of Pentacles, you can't get into a relationship. In fact, most of us, if not all of us, usually approach relationships in a 9 of Pentacles in reverse, meaning I don't care who comes along, I'm just tired of being alone. I just don't want to do this thing by myself. And the 9 of Cups energy in reverse is a feeling of being disappointed, wishes not coming true, feeling unfulfilled. 9 of Cups in reverse can be super overindulgent. And maybe that's why you are in a 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe there's been some financial stuff going on. Maybe, you've been kind of burning through the money. Maybe you've been overindulging in other areas of your life, which is kind of taking its toll on your job or your performance or your commitment and loyalty to a relationship. 9 of Cups in reverse can also be kind of like emotionally vomiting all over the place in a way, like being overly indulgent emotionally, which could mean that you're kind of subjective to manipulating other people's moods, where other people feel the need to walk on eggshells. There's kind of a fear of making you, and I say you if this is your energy, it could be the other person's energy, but I see this as somebody who could be somewhat emotionally controlling, maybe even at a level of withdrawing love and affection if you're not getting your way. 9 of Pentacles in reverse could symbolize somebody who wants a commitment and wants to officially be non-single. Maybe they want to put a label on it. I've been seeing this come up in the readings a lot. And they feel simply unfulfilled until they have some kind of a goal reached with you. But this is your person's energy, or possibly yours, vice versa. Is kind of funny to me. Well, not funny, because, this could be a very difficult placement. But the other person is coming up as a 9 of Pentacles right side up, meaning that this person is perfectly fine being single. This person is perfectly fine being alone on their own. They're financially stable, they're confident, they're career driven, they're goal oriented, their life is pretty organized, they have a lot to offer, and they just simply don't need anything or anyone. And it's this 9 of Pentacles in reverse in your energy that could really throw a ratchet Because next to that Knight of Pentacles is the Queen of Swords. So one person's coming out very emotionally controlling, emotionally manipulative, possibly a little bit toxic. There's always a lot of ego at play, could be somewhat demanding. And the other person is a Queen of Swords energy, which means there is probably not a lot of hesitation before you cut this out. Okay, Queen of Swords just simply doesn't tolerate all of that stuff. She is emotionally detached. She sees a bigger picture. And there's such a difference between the Nine of Pentacles and this Queen of Swords. As I see this person as kind of knowing the priorities, knowing what they want for their future and moving towards it. And there's such a wisdom, there's such an intelligence about this. And it actually comes out in this order. So it's like really solid foundations along with a vision for the future. And there just simply is no need for anyone else. So there's no games to be played. And maybe, Virgo, if this isn't your energy, the wanting, the needing to be with somebody, the being kind of clingy or overly emotional or overly attached, maybe that's just simply what you are used to in another partner. Now, if this is the person that you are with, this is a very high quality person. This is a very mature person. Now, what I'm wondering here is if this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Virgo, is you, meaning you are not single, meaning you are in a relationship with somebody, and yet very emotionally unfulfilled. This is disappointment, this is heartbreak, this is assuming that something was your Ten of Cups, only to find out it was nothing like it had promised to be. And if that is the case, we have the card Unfinished Symphony, card number 10, meaning it's time to close out a cycle, and this person underneath you could be somebody from your past. Now I'm picking up on this in a lot of readings, and I kind of feel like these are all very similar, to be honest with you. But this Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, could be somebody from your past that comes back into your energy. Now, I say that because as well, we get this could be the one card in reverse next to the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, meaning you may be in a commitment with somebody and then realize that this is not your person. Now, this other person that I think is kind of inspiring you, maybe you kind of look at this person and you're like, yeah, maybe you're just jealous of their freedom. Maybe you're jealous because they are single. They're able to do whatever they want, spend their time however they want. And sometimes when you're in a really bad relationship, that kind of stuff can really trigger you. Your person getting to know each other. As you reveal innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So again, an indication that there is already an existing bond here. And if this is something coming up from the past, you're probably being invited to close out a little bit of karma with this person. Now, this does not mean that you have to get back together with them. It just simply means that there's something left unsaid or undone. Now, in the greater picture, which I think is kind of important to you at this time, I think you're getting a lot of inspiration. I think you're getting inspired to be your own Queen of Swords in a way. To be able to be decisive, to be able to cut out things from your life that aren't serving you. And maybe that's what this person's role is this time around. Maybe it's not to even relive a situation, or even, because I don't see it necessarily turning out to be a love story here between you and this person. But there are lessons still to be learned. There is still information, there is still truth. There is still clarity that's going to come from the situation. Now, currently, you are in the Explorer of Cups, and this person is in the Three of Pentacles. I feel like you are emotionally drawn to this, Virgo. I feel like emotionally you want to explore, and I think this Explorer of Cups, which is kind of the Knight of Cups energy, which is kind of irresistible. And I think this is you opening your heart, wanting to investigate this further. And that Three of Pentacles could mean that this person, this Queen of Swords energy, may be a little bit leery of entering any kind of a three-party situation at this time. However, there is love here. There are seeds that have been planted. There is an established relationship, and when I see pentacles, I oftentimes think that there is a lot of respect between people, meaning you have the best of intentions. And I get such a vibe of inspiration with this Queen of Swords, and I think that she is inspiring you to start to lay the framework for your future, meaning to explore what your heart truly wants. And I say that because right below all of this is a card that I chose to be your most important card this month, and that is a card of courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. And I think that Three of Pentacles is very indicative of building confidence, building self-worth. And I also like the way that it kind of, it's like alignment. It's coming into alignment, meaning things are coming into alignment for this person, which I think also affects you. I think your heart is open to this person, and this person is serving as some sort of a teacher or guide to help you at this time. Now, in your challenge position, you have the Five of Wands. So things might get a little dramatic. They might get a little chaotic, okay, in the next few months. I mean, we're moving into eclipse season. Eclipses are in Gemini, this next one, which, of course, being a co-ruler with Mercury, you will certainly be affected by this eclipse as well. Five of Wands is electric. It's disruptive. It's noisy. And usually it's outside sources. And a lot of times it's inner conflict because of it. You might be kind of in an argument with yourself. You might be in an argument with how you want to handle things, where you want your loyalties to lay. There's always an element of competition in this Five of Wands. You may feel as though you have to compete for somebody's attention, or you may feel like you have to make choices, create drama, create change. Anytime there's a 5, it means changes are occurring to your current situation. Your person's energy is coming out as the Wheel. Now here we are, indicative of being in some sort of a karmic loop. Wheel of Fortune tells me that this loop, this unfinished symphony, is probably coming to an end. And the thing is, I just don't see a Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacles energy trying to get involved, no matter how beautiful, no matter what kind of a love story it is. I just don't see a person like this getting involved in a 3-party situation. I just don't. And I think with this person getting the Wheel of Fortune, I think the Queen of Swords energy is kind of taking them in a different direction. Maybe this person has an opportunity to move, or they get a job opportunity that kind of changes the scenario, and it changes things for you. Maybe this person has to move out of state or across country, and it means kind of now or never for this scenario. Being in the challenge position as well, I think maybe this person isn't having such an easy time walking away either. That's another indication here, because the outcome for them is a 2 of Pentacles, and the overall energy for them is a 5 of Wands. So there's definitely change. There's definitely change. This person is definitely still, even though very intelligent, very looking towards their future, they still feel a tie to you. And it's funny because I'm picking up an element of eternity. When I see this 2 of Pentacles, oftentimes I envision the symbol, the 2 circles of eternity. Meaning that this person might be having a hard time closing out this cycle with you and stepping into the new. But the overall direction is that things have to change. You're not going to stay in this Queen of Swords energy and not move this Wheel of Fortune forward. So regardless of whether they choose to stay or go, or however this unfolds, their destiny is changing. Their status, their life, their job in some way, shape, or form is going to change. Now for you, your outcome is the Death card and the 2 of Wands. This is a card of surrender. The Death card. It's a card of endings. It's a card of letting go. Maybe this whole situation comes along to show you how truly unfulfilled and unhappy you are in a scenario, and that you know that you have to change something, either the relationship itself or something within you. You know that there's a part of your life is ending, and it is ending for good. You know, the Death card means there's no going back. And if you have a change of feelings, a change of emotions towards somebody, the Death card indicates that it's not going to get any better. The feelings aren't going to come back. And when you get the Death card, it means you've reached a point in the scenario where you are ready to move on. You're ready to cut cords and walk away. And the Two of Wands means you want to create something new. And I feel like there's something waking up inside the Virgo energy, something that says you could have something completely different. And maybe I'm wondering if some of you made the idea of this, not being alone, not being with somebody, making others such a priority in your life, yet feeling drained because of it. You feeling like you wasted time, wasted energy. And then all of a sudden, a change comes and you start to realize that maybe you didn't even bother to know what you wanted in the first place. Explorer of Cups is somebody coming into their emotional own, not being manipulated by other people's needs. Their emotional needs begin to matter. And Five of Wands, that could certainly upset the people around you. When you have a lot of people always depending on you and counting on you to do all the things for them or to fill the certain roles for them. When you stop and you make yourself a priority, oftentimes it changes the dynamics in some relationships. It could cause a little drama. It could cause a lot of chaos. But yet I think there's parts of you, there's a wasted energy, the wasted relationships that you don't want to waste time on anymore. And I feel like for all of this reading, the essence of this is how precious time really is. And the bottom of the deck for the Romance Angels was a deception card. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Now, I promise you will know who better than I will. But Virgo, my guess is if you're in a relationship that seems very unfulfilling right now, you are the one in the mask. If you've been accepting less than you deserve, if you've been in not as loving of a scenario as you wanted to be, that you're the one wearing the mask, and that the Death card means that there's no doubt in my mind it's coming off. And I just don't think anybody's really interested in it anyways. I mean, I know that might sound mean, but I just think now that we've experienced all of this, like nobody cares if you could pretend to be the perfect partner. Nobody cares if things look good on paper or the pictures look nice or you have the prettiest wedding. Like nobody really cares. I mean, we're not even like having those things anymore. And I think it's forcing us to really look at the sustenance in everything a little deeper. And start to say what really is important, what really is going to fulfill you, what really is going to feel good. Because like I said, there's an element of how precious time is for you right now. And an unwillingness to waste it anymore. And your final card, your Oracle card, is card number 52, Scarab Beetle Spirit. Gemini got this as well. So I'm going to bet that this eclipse in Gemini is kind of going to be that big moment. Now that's coming on November 30th. And it's could run for the next 6 months. So just pay attention. It may not be instant, but you're definitely going to feel it. And this is kind of a card of luck. Magic works through you. Be careful how you're manifesting and start to really focus on the things that will make you happy and fulfilled. Focus on finding yourself, reconnecting to the magic, the joy. Virgo, I think that this is the gift that Saturn and Jupiter leave you as they finally leave that 5th house placement. And they say, okay, we're going to move into your 6th house, your routine, your daily activities. We're going to kind of mess with that a little, make sure things are good, your health, your body. But we're going to let you enjoy things again. You're going to be able to enjoy love again. You're going to find your heart again. You're going to be in good, healthy, fulfilling relationships again. And you've closed out a lot of karma in your 5th house. And this is a reward for it. So whatever it is this month, Virgo, make sure that you are following your heart and doing what brings you joy. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you guys so much. If you don't mind, comment, share the video, hit the like button. It helps the algorithms, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you coming soon in December. Bye, guys.